Okay, guys, this is Shane Paxton. First, let me just say thank you for going ahead and purchasing the plugin that I sent to you guys, Empire Builder 3. Now, I've been using his last plugin, and George makes great plugins, but I've been using his last plugin, 2, Empire Builder 2, for a while. So in this video, what I'm going to do is kind of show you basically how you would use Empire Builder, and specifically the third one. But I'm going to show you kind of the way I would use it, and then we'll go from there. So basically, Empire Builder, basically what it does is lets you quickly create many different WordPress sites. Okay, and it does this, really quickly. And it basically, when you launch a new WordPress site, it will be set up with the plugins and themes that you choose to have. Now, what you would normally do on using this plugin is put it on a WordPress installation that you have that you will call your main site. So what I mean by that is if you are primarily doing Amazon stores, you would want to put it on a domain that has something to do with that, like mystore.com, something like that. And then you would build your stores off of that domain name. Now with Empire Builder 2, the way that it works is you install Empire Builder on a main domain, something general that you're going to be building sites off of. Basically, what that does is Empire Builder lets you deploy WordPress sites, and it will put them in. They don't actually put them in subfolders, but your address is going to be your mainsite.com / whatever your new site is. Okay, so that's the URL structure of what it will be. Now, Empire Builder 3, I believe, lets you go ahead and install WordPress sites on new domains. So we need to get into that. But so for right now, we're going to install WordPress on, let's say, a main domain. And I just picked one here that I don't have a WordPress installation on, SEO 2311. So let's say that I was wanting to make a bunch of sites about SEO and SEO products that I'm selling or whatever. So I'm going to install just a fresh WordPress on this domain. Okay, so I installed WordPress on it, so I'm going to go ahead and log in, and then I'll upload and get the plugin started, and then I'll come back. Okay, so got the plugin uploaded, and what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and click on Empire Builder. And you're going to see this screen. Now, what's going to happen here is, and he tells you here, but what's going to happen is when you click this button, it's going to make this installation, this site, a multi-site. So you want to make sure that you want to do this, okay? So when you click this, it's going to change this completely from a normal installation to WordPress multi-site, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to click Upgrade to Empire version. Okay. Now it's going to give you this, and we're going to click this link to start managing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in our cPanel information, username, and password. So we're going to go and fill those out, and then click Submit. Okay, so put your cPanel information in. Now, this down here where it says Allow Child Site Owners. Now, what happens is if you are going to be letting people build sites on your network, okay, that's what that's for. So say you have a business that you're allowing people to build sites, and let's say that you have a set of plugins that you want to use or don't want to use. If you don't want to allow those people to mess around with plugins and themes when they're building sites on your networks, you want to uncheck these, okay? Just leave them on if you're just building sites for if you're using this for yourself for your sites. Okay, so we're going to click submit. Okay, so one of the next things we're going to do is you can start going to manage themes and manage plugins. So basically all you're doing in here is deciding what type of themes that you're going to be using on all your sites. So let's say you have let's say you're going to be building store sites. Okay, so you're probably going to use the same theme on all of them. Okay. But you can add as many as you want. But let's say that you're going to be using store sites and you have a certain theme that you're going to use. So you'll just add them here. And the same thing with plugins. So let's say you have a certain amount of plugins or certain plugins that you know you're going to be using on all the sites. You will manage those here. So let's take a look at managed themes. You'll see that all the default themes are here. Okay, so these are your themes that you will have to choose from whenever you create a new site on your network. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about these icons up here, because sometimes you will get confused about where you're at, you know, what's going on your screen and where you're at on your site. Okay. Now, we uploaded Empire Builder, okay, for this site, and this is going to be our network. Now, where it says My Sites, it includes this site, okay, where it says My Blog. That's what this is, okay? So if you go down to My Blog, it's going to give you, you can go to your dashboard, New Post, Manage Posts, okay? Your network admin is also this site, okay? But what happens is if you go to My Blog, you will go to that, but Empire Builder will disappear, okay? So most of the time you're going to be working in your network admin, if that makes sense. Okay, so plugins are the same way. This is where you're going to manage plugins. So if you have certain plugins, you want to go ahead and add them here. And then after you do that, you'll be able to choose which plugins you want to be activated when you create a new site, in the same way with themes. Okay, we'll go over import content just a little bit. So let's go ahead and say we want to add a new site. When we add a new site, you'll see that the good thing about this is it gives you the option of doing a new domain. The last plugin didn't have a very good option of doing this. So if you have a new domain, a completely different domain, you can do that here and it will set that up for you. So that's good. But you can also do a site in a subdirectory like I told you before. So it would be yourdomain.com whatever / the name of your site. Okay. That way you don't. This way you're not purchasing a new domain. Okay, you're just using the one you have here. This, of course, is if you have a new domain or if you want to create a subdomain. Okay, so it'll be your subdomain name.yourmaindomain.com. So what I'm going to do for this, I'm going to go ahead and choose to create a new installation, a new site. Okay, now at this point, I would have already added my plugins, added the theme that I want to use. Okay, so keep that in mind. You want to make sure and have those things done so that you will be able to use the plugins and themes you want. So I'm just going to call it Test 1. And I'll give it a title. Okay, we're not going to import content from this site. That can be utilized in the future though. So at this point, we're just going to create site. And it will go ahead and do that for you. And if you have any errors, if something happens, you put your cPanel information in wrong or whatever, it'll let you know. So, but if it works, it will tell you that everything's there. Now at this point, you can visit that site's dashboard. Okay. So let's say we want to do that. I'm going to open this up in a new tab. Okay, and we're going to log in. Now your login is going to be the same as your main site. Okay, so here's the site we just created, which was Test 1. Now, if you're logged in as your admin, you're going to see Empire Builder here. But if you let's say that you are letting somebody else build sites on your account, they won't see this here. Only you will. If you chose not to let users see plugins or themes, these would be they wouldn't be able to get to these. So that's basically how you build to create sites really fast, whether you're putting them on new domain or on a subdirectory. Okay. So what's the best way to use this plugin? What I did and what I would do is on this site, I would go ahead and build up my template, and that means I want to get all the plugins added that I'm going to use. I want to choose the right theme that I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to get it ready, and just not have content actually, but just get it ready so it's like a template. And then what will happen is you can import that when you put it in a new site. So basically, you get everything ready. In your network admin, add the plugins, add the themes, and it'll be ready to go. So let's go back to manage. We're in manage themes. One thing I forgot to show you is over here where it says select sites to activate on. Okay, so you can just click that, and let's say you've created 4 or 5 sites, and you just say you want to activate this theme on 2 sites and this theme on the other 3. Okay. Now over here you have the option of making a certain theme the default. Okay, so basically what will happen is if you have this default and you don't have the this set, it will just automatically activate the default theme, whichever one you have here. And the same thing goes for plugins. It's the same way. And really the good thing about the plugin is you can manage all of your sites from one central location, okay, which a lot of my customers have been wanting. But you can do that here, and everything is ready to go. I hope that helps a little bit. I know it's not a in-depth tutorial, but I hope that helps. And I think